It's 8:02 a.m. and the mail place doesn't open until 10. So off to class and then back here to mail the letter. I'm outside the Frederick D. Heald Hall building. This is where my first class of the day will be held, accounting, 231 managerial accounting. McEachran is just that way, and the Cub is out that way. The Connor Museum is just right over there, right there. And I'm early, and there's a class already in the auditorium, so I'm gonna have to wait. Hope I can get a good seat. I don't know what the classroom's like. That's about it. Good morning, it's 11:36. It's still Monday. Just came back from lunch and it is probably about 71 degrees. It is really nice. I got a good breeze going compared to last week, which was just really hot to the point where near midnight, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. it's still in the 80s. This is a really nice change. It'll be a little warmer tomorrow, but that's okay. I mean, you know, I'm going to work on some math, and then I have my first anthropology class, and then after that I have a math class. This, I think, is just north of McEachran Hall, so cool. It's 4:28 p.m. and I'm back, obviously. Finished my last Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, and they work hard on making sure you know your math, and the point system is really detailed, and I'm okay with that. And I just felt bad for the teacher. He had to read the minutia of how points work, how it's allocated, and not golden. There must have been at least, I think, 5 separate levels of point allocation. But again, it's just to make sure you know your stuff, and it's a combination of self-learning, group participation, and lectures, so it should be really good. After class, and there's also lab work, heading off to the math lab center, which is okay. It's a really cool place. But it's at least for me, it's going to probably be 2 hours a week mandatory. And I know that tomorrow's phonology class, that's going to be also, it's going to be busy. And with all this, all this work, I don't think I'm going to be able to take a work study job. And the more I think about it, with the hours required, it almost seems like it's designed for those that are just about to graduate, since they've probably taken care of most of their classes. Considering that the ones that I'm interested in, they want at least 20 hours a week. And that's reasonable. I mean, it's part-time, but they want them during class hours. I mean, there's no, like, and this university doesn't seem to have that, at least not that I notice any night classes. Like with community college, there was a couple of night classes, so you could at least work during the day. Oh well, I mean, I'm a little bummed by it. I mean, could use the money, but then again, the one that interested me paid the least. So I was actually waffling, should I take the job that I know how to do and I've done for many years and get paid very well, or should I take the challenging job, which will pay almost nothing? And I was almost siding with the challenging one, which would be journalism, versus the IT, which I've done for decades. but I mean, not that that IT job would have been easy. It would have been challenging as well. But it would have been nice to get paid. I would have used the money to stay during the summer. You know, maybe not go to summer school, but you know, at least have a place to stay and then come back here. Yeah, darn. But anyway, I've got a lot of work to do. I've got all the classes so far I know I'm going to work hard at, and I'm glad I only have 4. Whereas last spring semester I had a whole bunch, and I think what was the hardest was the pass-fail classes, because you either get it right and pass, or you get something wrong and you do not pass. And I mean, they had great. Those were good teachers too, and they understood, and so they let you redo the work till you got it. Till they were confident that you got the work. But it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and it really hurt my other class, at least one. Fortunately, I was doing really, really well with at least another, so it balanced each out. And anyway, I'm happy. I don't regret any of the classes I took spring semester. They were all very important, so I'm happy with that, and especially. Yeah, especially the English classes, and though I did enjoy the accounting class, it felt really good getting those 100s during the hard exam sessions. And anyway, I should end this. I'm going to go. I looked at the menu. I was hoping for some vegetables, some steamed vegetables, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like the cafe is going to specialize in pasta and some sort of vegetarian meatball, which, you know, I'm okay with, but I think I'm just going to have a yogurt and some bread and some peanuts. Not that I'm a vegetarian. I don't like to eat meat, but I also like to, you know, don't like to eat too much meat. I do like it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a nice day, and yay. Oh, the temperature is probably 72 degrees. Nice, and a nice refreshing breeze. Oh, there's going to be a student government meeting at 8. I was kind of involved with it spring semester, but I don't want to stay up late. I want to go to sleep at 8 so that I can wake up around 3 or 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. I want to keep that habit going. So I'll pass. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and take care. Bye. Hello, it's 4:48 p.m. and I have to redo this segment of the video because I put my finger over the microphone of the camera. Haven't done that in years. Well, okay, maybe a year. It is currently 72 degrees. Well, probably can't see that. I hate to repeat myself, but our first class managerial accounting went well. All the teachers are actually pretty good. It would be nice if there was a lobby, or at least more space outside the accounting, or the outside the room where the accounting class is being held. But other than that, the class isn't too large, so there's enough room to go around in the chairs. So the managerial accounting is okay. After that, I went to mail something and then came back here, which isn't in the video, obviously. And then went to my anthropology class, and that actually was, again, the teacher's great, so is the TA, and the classmates seem good and okay. But the problem is, it's a medium-sized classroom, just a little bit bigger than a small classroom, and there's at least 80 plus students in there, and it is packed. I counted at least maybe 2 or 3 empty seats, but you know, we're all tightly jammed in there. And they're like built-in seats, so there's no moving about, as if they could move about. So ouch. But I mean, again, it's a good class. And afterwards, I went to the Veterans Center over in the library, um, and so said hello to an old friend who's now working there at the SVA, Student Veterans Association. I worked some more on my math. Going to work on math again tonight. And after that, I knew I had where it was written where I would go, and I knew where I would go, I think, prior to this semester starting. But when I came back, for some reason my mind was registering a totally different building. Fortunately, it wasn't that far, but I walked quite a bit and then walked up these stairs, and then I get up to the top, and it suddenly occurred to me that there's no room for a classroom where I was at, and then I realized I was in the wrong building. I was in the Thompson Hall, and my math class was going to be at the Todd Hall, which is also the business center, and I knew that in spring semester, but for some reason, whoosh, even though I had written Todd Hall, my mind was saying Thompson Hall. So back down the stairs and then up the hill and get into the business center, and fortunately it's on the ground floor for some reason. The third floor is the entry level, across from the cup, and the outer area isn't air conditioned, so it was warm. I was already sweating, and guess what? I'm going to sweat some more. But anyway, it's a nice size class, and there's a lot of room in the classroom, so that's good. Teacher's great. The grade, how the grading is done is interesting. This university wants to make sure people know their math, and so they really make sure for this class, I think I counted at least 5 different grading sections, and the teacher had to go into a lot of minutia on how the point spread is done, not spread, but how the points are allocated, and if you mess up, you're not passing. If like a certain group of them, you don't get a certain grade, you're not passing. And then there's also a variable lab work that has to be done, and chances are I'm going to have to spend at least 2 hours a week at the math lab, which is okay. It's a nice place. The kind of downside is this kind of nukes any potential. Well, it doesn't nuke it quite all the way, but a lot of these classes, there's going to be a lot of work, and then tomorrow when I take phonology, that's going to be a lot more work, and I don't see how I'm going to take a work-study job. I really wanted one so that I could stay in Pullman over the summer. Maybe not have enough money to go to take summer class, but at least enough to stay. Maybe rent a room for the summer. That's not going to happen. At least I don't think it is. Because a lot of the work-study places, they want at least 20 hours a week, at least the ones that I was looking at, and of the 3 that I was looking at, 2 were interesting. One I know I could do. I've done it for decades, at least 2 decades, and it's not easy, but at least it pays well, so that was neat. And I was waffling between that one and then also journalism, which probably wouldn't pay much because it's, I think, based on your work, and that's such a variable here. But it would have been really challenging, and I would have really liked the challenge. But at the same time, I do understand that if I want to stay in Pullman, I'm going to need money, at least for the summer. It's just anyway. I looked at the work required, and they want 20 hours, and even before that, and I think I mentioned in another video, I could barely come up with 12 or 16 hours. And the problem is that the hours, at least for the IT work, they require you to be there during during the daytime. And I'm thinking that the work studies that at least I'm interested in are probably for people who are graduating soon, who have gotten most of their classes out of the way and maybe have to take 1 or 2 classes, and so they have a lot of spare time, and so that would work for them. The downside is, even though I'm junior standing, I am basically starting over, and so I've got a lot of classes to take, and I don't think this university has night courses. Like with Shoreline Community College, you have that night course option, so you can work during the day. So anyway, ouch. It's a bummer I had to redo this, because there was a bit of a light golden glow in the room. I don't know if I'll be able to salvage that. I'll have to look at it. Yeah, it's okay if it's not there. But the audio, I had covered the mic. I'm going to have to put some tape over it to remind myself, don't cover the microphone. And I guess that's that. Oh, yes. Going to dinner at the Southside Cafe, but looks like they won't really have any steamed vegetables. I was kind of hoping for steamed vegetables. Not that I'm a vegetarian and I like to eat meat, but I don't like to eat too much. And the Southside Cafe is going to have, I think it's like pasta with vegetarian meatballs, which is probably okay, but I don't want to really eat a heavy dinner. So I'm going to grab a yogurt from the refrigerator for my rations, and then some peanuts. No, not peanuts, but bread and peanuts. And call it a night. Well, I'm going to do a lot of homework, so I'll prep for that. Also, there's student government. I won't be involved as I was last semester, mainly because their meetings start at 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. is my bedtime because I like to wake up between 3:30 to 4 a.m. ideally, so that's not going to happen. I did sign up for information on a lot of clubs, but most likely I'll stick with the anime club, which actually does have, and I'll only appear during the Saturday meetings, which last way past 8, but that's okay, I can manage. Also, the math class, they have night tests, which is okay. I had that during spring semester with my accounting class, and that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. Fortunately, they have a bit in where, well, fortunately, my Tuesday, Thursday classes are in the afternoon, so that I if there is a night exam, I'll be able to sleep a little bit longer, so I don't have to really worry. And I think that's all. Oh yeah, tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to try to do a walk jog thing. I'd like to. I've got the gear all set, so that's a possibility. That actually went well, but that might have been like the first time thing where it's all, good to go, and right now the body's all fatigued. I have to remember to write down supplies. The math class has, again with the minutia, has strict requirements on how you turn things in, and the paper has to be specific. I don't know if I have that paper, so Tuesday, either in the morning, probably in the morning, I might have to do a supply run if I don't have the paper right now. Again, it's a lot of detailed stuff for the math class. And I think that's it. Yeah. It's 5 p.m. I've got 2 to 3 hours of wait time left, and I wanted to do a video, a reshot of the multi-tool kit, and also I still have the headphone with the audio pass-through video I have to make. That actually has to be finished, hopefully soonish, but I just don't have time. I've only got 3 hours of wait time left, and I think 2 hours will probably be spent on assignments. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's that. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day.